Hi everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. It's Tuesday and my house is extremely quiet. I don't like it one bit. My kids are at school, away at school, and I have finished work for the day, so I thought I would come sit at my desk and show you a couple of packages that I received yesterday. One is a Happy Mail from Peggy, a sweet viewer and friend. And the other one is a package of some items, some random items that I found on eBay this weekend just for a good deal. A few things to add to my stash. And after I'm done with that, I will let you guys know on what my plans are for the rest of the week, video-wise, and what my projects are currently. So let's see first what Peggy sent. She sent me a little note. It says, "Hi Meg, I saw these at the thrift store and I thought of you immediately." Oh my goodness. Look at that giraffe postcard. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this in my personal giraffe journal for sure. He is precious. And this, I caught my breath when I saw it. I could tell what it was just from this when I first pulled it out of the envelope. I had no idea that Little Golden Book had done a biography about Julie Andrews. How neat. We've got Mary Poppins in here too. I had no idea. I know that they've been doing more stuff like this, sort of nonfiction, which is pretty cool. This is amazing. The artist is really great at capturing what she looks like, isn't he? Or she. It's a she. Sue. Good job, Sue. This is amazing right here. I love that. Have y'all ever heard of this book or seen it? There's the Queen. That is so cool. Thank you, Peggy, for these treasures. I love them. That is just so cool. I did not even know that existed. As Carrie, the paper monkey, says, who knew? I did not know. The other items are in a box on the floor, so I'm going to pull one section of it out at a time. All right, the first thing is a collection of sewing notions. Some of them are Christmas, and I'm kind of on the fence whether or not I'm going to do Christmas journals this year. I might do one or two. I might put together some kits. I have not decided. So stay tuned on that, my decision about that. These are, I love the cards that they're on. That will be awesome for ephemera pieces. These are just these aren't iron-on. Well, this one might be. I don't know, maybe that one is. But these are sew-on appliques, and they are adorable. They're vintage. I don't know how old. 85 cents makes me think maybe early 90s, but I could be very wrong. We have two stockings. It looks like someone bought something maybe for siblings. Maybe they were going to do something for siblings and then never got to the project. That's what I'm guessing. Or like on a collar, maybe put one on each of the point of a collar for one person. I love that. You can see it's felt, but then there's like a stitching on top of that. That's so cool. And I've heard of this brand before, Costume Makers, and there's two sleighs with gifts in them. And this right here, these are so cool. So the pictures don't really do justice a lot of times on eBay what you're getting. These are exquisite and so detailed. Okay, this was sold at Belk back in the day. That's a Belk tag. I don't know how far Belk extended. I know it was started in the Southeast where I am. And I checked out a book on the history of Belk, but I didn't read it. I kind of cheated. I kind of skimmed a paragraph or a few paragraphs from each chapter. And I kind of got the gist of it, but I think it's mainly, I think it was started in North Carolina and it spread to the states, 7 or 8 states around there, but no farther. So the person I ordered these from is not near here. So I wonder how they ended up where they did. All right, we have a zipper. That's a clearance tag. I can't tell where from. Maybe an old Target one. But look, if that's the date, 10/24/85. Another zipper. Some buttons. I call these prep school buttons. That's what they remind me of. Like Eton, that the royals school their children. This is just like sewn on with thread. Isn't that neat? These are black plastic. And this is like what you would put on a men's coat. This is adorable. Tiny little baby buttons that are like, they're not mother of pearl, they're just pearlescent. This right here, this card. The elastic is but the card is what caught my eye in the listing. I can use this in my baby journals or a sewing journal. You can never go wrong with seam binding. This is an open pack of maroon. This is cute. 1993. It looks like a little tiny sequin ornament. Some kind of dangle. We have some a tiny little braid, gold braid, imported from Germany. Glisten gloss. Now that is just a beautiful set of words, isn't it? I'm loving that. A button card that has been through it. The Walmart brand. Well, it's Les Boutons, but it's for Walmart. I remember those. We have a loose button that's sort of a, it looks kind of like a bead cap. This is very old. I don't think it's elastic. I think it's just a braided trim. Very pretty. More loose buttons. That one's kind of sharp. Like I need more buttons. This looks like a hem gauge or a hem guide by Dritz. That's an old metal one. We have seam binding laces, and I mentioned in my last video, I think I would want to make a tassel out of nothing but seam binding lace. I think that'd be neat. Another blue one. Another, this is like a beige ecru color. This is wide seam binding lace. And it's pretty. Frog closures for jackets. I love these. I've never tried to close anything with it, journal-wise, but I may have to try that. Some beautiful red seam binding. Fold over braid, and it's been used. It's like a dark brown with a vintage pennies. Some green seam binding. I don't know why some of the seam binding has like lines and some is not. I don't think it's stretchable. It just says it gives for easier application. Maybe it is slightly more flexible than the other. I almost said new gray. I don't have any gray seam binding. That's pretty cool. Some ecru and some more red. We have some metallic trims here. Also really cool cards that they're on. I love the font. I love how it looks hand drawn, like even the lettering is because it's not completely perfect, and I love that. And a few more buttons, including a gigantic one. Waterbury Button Company, Connecticut. Pinkerton. Isn't that the name of a show on like ETV or something? Oh, I'm thinking of Bridgerton. Never mind. What is Pinkerton? Why am I thinking of that word? Okay, next Don't laugh. This was a really good price, and I was like, I bet I can find a creative way to use these. All right, so there's several different kinds and sizes and shapes in here. These are all vintage hair clips. Is that not so cool? I thought these would make awesome clips for journals to put, you know, clip things on the top of pages. Maybe embellish them in certain ways. I really need to research this to see how to do it. Of course, I'll have to use something like E6000 glue to adhere anything that I put on there, but I don't know. For the price, I was like, you know what, let's get them. And we'll just see what happens. But here's one of those giant ones. I think Angela, the traveling crafter, gave me one of these. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this one's aluminum. I'm not sure about these. Stainless, maybe. But I just love that. Y'all tell me your ideas for those. I'd love to hear. All right, this was sort of an impulse toss in at the end before I hit order. I kind of missed these the first time I looked at this shop, and so when I do eBay shopping, this is the way I do it. I look for an item. You know, I have certain search terms that I look for. I try to limit my shipping to within the US, obviously, to save time and money. And then if I find something I like the item, I'll add it to favorites or whatever you call it. You do the little heart. And I'll give it 24 hours and I'll come back. And I'd say about 60% of the time, the seller receives a notification that someone has favorited their item, and they might send you a coupon or a discount or an offer. I think it's called an offer. And I've gotten offers as little as 5% off, which is like sales tax, or as much as 60% off. Yes, that has happened to me before. So if you can be patient, and also this happens a lot if you bundle items together, like if you went to a seller's shop and you liked 10 items, sometimes they'll give you a better deal because they're just trying to get stuff out of their inventory. So this happened. I got an offer. I waited till the offers came in, and then I asked for combined shipping. But when I buy something from any eBay seller, I don't care if it's like a set of batteries, rechargeable batteries. I always go look, maybe not rechargeable batteries, because usually those people only sell batteries. Say, okay, I like to buy blades for my Fiskars cutter. Sometimes I'll add what I want to the cart. I'll go to the shop and I'll make sure there is absolutely nothing else that seller has that I need or would like to buy. Obviously, you save money if you combine shipping in one order rather than, oh my goodness, I didn't know they also sold fabric, or I didn't know they also sold books. And yes, that may make you spend more money than you originally intended. However, if you're just looking for general old vintage things to beef up your stash, that's a great way to do it. Try to shop in the same store, if you will, rather than go down and buy one item from 100 stores on the same street. It does save money if you do try to limit your shopping to one or less than 5 sellers. If they are sellers that have lots of what you're looking for. Occasionally you will find a seller that sells button batteries and then some cloth, like one listing of cloth, and you're just kind of like, what? Why? You know, maybe his wife asked him to toss it on there for her. I don't know. But that doesn't happen very often. Most of the time, if you find fabric or something like that, the person selling it will have other items that are similar. Okay, so this is from 1982 or 82. These are called Dolly Sisters magnetic memo holders. Honestly, I got them because they remind me of Holly Hobby. But, and they're still in the box, which is really cool. They have a little hang string. You can put them on a window shade. You can put them on a present. You can stick them to the fridge because they have tiny magnets, or you can hang them on a tree. I was like, why don't I see what they look like? Maybe I could attach one to a tassel or attach one to a pin and pin it on the front of a journal. So let's see what they look like. Oh my goodness, look how cute. They're wooden faces and wooden arms and legs, And they've got, okay, it looks kind of like a cork type. It may not be a cork. I think it is a cork. And then the legs are attached with string, and they've got little calico dresses on and yarn hair. And it's like the hair's all the way on. It's not like, okay, maybe not the back. Sometimes you pull the hat up and there's like the doll is completely bald, but she does. She has some bangs way up there. But this is adorable. I love it. I don't know, I might edit the eyes a little bit to make them a little cuter. I feel like her eyes are a little too big. I like hers better, but we'll see. I just couldn't pass these up. These were also a very good price. There's a magnet. Wouldn't that be cute on the fridge though? Because every time you opened it, they would dangle. I may have to use them on my fridge. I don't know. We'll see. So cute though. Okay, this might be the fabric. I did order fabric from the seller as well. I don't want to cut into the fabric. Yes, this is the fabric. And I could not tell, but I think this fabric is either vintage or vintage inspired. Vintage reproduction. It was worth it though. I thought the price was worth it to see. Also, the seller was very quick to disclose that the fabric pieces are random pieces, like what I'm saying, as you can see here. Maybe these were going to be purses. Oh no, it was a quilt, look. It was one of the quilts with the basket. So these pieces are, unless you're a quilter or a junk journaler, I don't know what else you would use this fabric for, but there's a wealth of fabric here for making clusters, tags, or a basket quilt, if that's what it's called. I don't know quilt design names. My mom does because she's a quilter. Oh, I missed a design. That's pretty. That looks kind of feed sack reproduction. It does not feel old enough to be real feed sack, I will say. But you guys can weigh in and let me know what you think. Some of y'all are experts in that area. I don't claim to be by any means. I didn't even know what feed sack was until about 20 years ago. I love that. That looks like hydrangeas. The blue is also very nice. This looks like a 70s wallpaper in the kitchen. I'm loving that. Very, these prints are very 1976 bicentennial. That's the vibe I'm getting from them. I know the resurgence of colonial decor was big in the 70s. I know because my grandparents had a wagon wheel light fixture in their den and stuff like that. So here are some bigger pieces of the same pink. And this one. What is in here? It feels weird. We have a label. Waverly Fabrics. This piece was $2.75. I'm assuming it's a fat quarter, which honestly is high, I think. We say fabric was high, is high now. Maybe it was then too, certain ones at least. This is a pretty blue. I see there's another label because see how it's discolored through the fabric, which is fine by me. But yeah, we have another label. Friendship Quilt is the pattern name. More pink, more hydrangeas. So maybe these are from the 70s then, based on the labels. I would have said they were newer, but because of the aging and the staining, I'm starting to doubt that. This one's called Caprice. Glow Sheen. Glow Sheen series. Also nice set of words. I just love the way certain words sound. That's beautiful. I love the coral with the sage green. A blue paisley. This is nice. That does look very 70s. Nice. These are all great. These look very, okay, that was like a men's tie, and this looks like a men's shirt. Some wiggly stripes. This looks very like Greek or Italian. This is amazing right here. I'm loving this piece. Definitely retro. Framed art. That's cool. Looks like chrysanthemums. Here's some daisies. Some more geometric print. Pennsylvania Dutch. Amish country. More wallpaper looking stuff. Oh yeah, this will be great for a 70s journal. I love that too. I feel like I have this fabric in another color wave. It looks very familiar. This is the only little piece I have of this one. This one is awesome. This one looks very 40s to me. Like what you would make an apron out of or something. This is pretty too. It's the same as the gray, but it's the green. This is unique. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It looks kind of Art Deco, but it's kind of cool. This one is beautiful. Oh, I love that so much. And another strip of the mums or whatever they are. Okay. The last item is some books. It was a bundle of books together. Let's see. And they were all alphabet themed. All right, we have Richard Scarry's Chipmunks ABC, and it has no barcode, so you know it's probably before the 80s. 1972, the 5th printing. I wish they would make them all that clear. I mean, that's very clear. All the little letter codes and all that, that just makes me angry trying to figure it out. I love her peeking out the window. That is so cute. Washing his ears. I bet this guy is coming over to ask him to go play, and he can't until his mom finishes washing his ears. But he's just patiently waiting there for his friend. That is adorable. And I'm sorry, I don't really love goats. I wish I did. I just don't. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why, but that is pretty cute. A goat with a dress playing hopscotch. I will give you that. Richard Scarry, you can make goats look cute. That is so cute. I want to bite it. It's just so cute. And that too. Again, I don't like frogs. When I see them in my driveway, I use a broom and I make them leave. But something about this is just precious. That's cute too, but I don't want this guy in my attic. Richard Scarry has a way with animals like that. He can make you love animals that tend to be pesky in real life. Oh, look, he brought some pansies to the party. Look at that. They're having a race. They're having a race down a rapid, it looks like, or up a rapid. Down a rapid wouldn't be fair. Oh my goodness, this is going to make an adorable journal. So cute. I have not even thought about making an alphabet journal and using lots of different types of letters. Okay, I'm going to add that to my list. Y'all, I had to get this one because I grew up with the Muppet Babies. Okay, I was probably 9 or 10 when they started coming on Saturday morning cartoons, but my little sister watched them, and so I watched them with her. And this is 92. This is near the end of the Muppet Babies franchise, but I loved this show. It was adorable. The fact that Rolf was, is it Rolf? was wearing a diaper. And Kermit, I mean, you can't not love Kermit, right? When I was growing up, Gonzo was my favorite, but now Kermit is my favorite. I don't know why I liked Gonzo so much. Adorable. Now this one, I remember, I didn't have this one as a child, but I remember it being in a preschool and seeing it at friends' houses. I think it must have been a pretty common one. Golden shaped book, ABC Play With Me. And these are in such great shape, y'all. I mean, like not hardly even used. 1978. Oh my goodness, I'm warm. So it's back up in the 90s again here, but it gets chilly at night, so I have long sleeves on. I'm gonna need to put a t-shirt on. It's hot. I love all the green in here. And the sky. Okay, so that's adorable. And last but not least, I did grow up reading these. Let's see who publishes these. I think it's a Christian publisher. This is cute. I do love this style of illustration, the type of drawing. Look at I think those are supposed to be freckles, but he looks kind of like he has rubella or something. I had the measles shot as a kid, but I still got rubella. And there were breakthrough cases in the late 80s. I don't know if any of y'all or your kids had that, but I had it, and it was miserable. High fever. That's adorable. Is he playing with a lobster? He's giving it a high five. Okay, this is really cute. Yeah, I'll be able to use these pages for sure. There's Uncle Harry. That's cute. So definitely usable. Definitely usable. All of these are precious, and I consider this a very great eBay find. Tell me, what are some of the things that you look for when you go on eBay? Do you do any shopping on eBay, or do you mainly stick to Etsy and Facebook Marketplace and, you know, in-person stores? I like to do a little bit of all of them. When I have limited time, I tend to go more toward online. But again, I want a deal. You know, if I'm gonna buy something that's considered something that someone would throw away, but I want to salvage it, I want to save money, so I look for the deals. As you might have seen, I don't know if you saw my short that came through this week. It should be in my shorts. If you go to my shorts tab in YouTube, you'll see it. I started work on 5 eclectic hardcover journals. They are, let's see, one of them is a reader. No, one of them is an English textbook. One of them is a science book. 2 of them are young adult fiction. And one is a science book it's probably the oldest one in there. It's from the 1930s. And I'm turning them into eclectic journals that are letting me use up some of my built up stash in certain areas. So they don't have a theme. They're loosely color themed. And when I say that, I can't not make a journal match. I mean, it's not going to be super matchy-matchy, but I cannot help it. If a cover is pink and orange, I'm going to put pink and orange trim on the edge of the pages because I just want it to look cohesive from the outside. But the things inside don't have a theme. There will be a little bit of everything, and that's the beauty of them. And I love doing eclectic journals because it's sort of like a lower back stretch for your creative mind. It lets you kind of reset, refocus, because doing theme journals can be so rigid and restrictive. This kind of lets you just do what you want to do. If you want to make something out of a piece of packaging that you bought at the store last week, you can. It doesn't have to fit into a certain theme, and you don't have to try to make it fit into a theme. So I love that. So be looking for those. And I know that I promised you guys that I was going to start making some mask making ephemera videos. I hope to this week post my first one, and I'm also trying to get sort of a list, not really a schedule, because I want to be able to do things as I feel inspired to do them, not what the calendar dictates I should do each day, because that can just be, again, restrictive. And when I feel too restrictive, I'm no longer creative. So it might be that the day before I kind of give everybody a heads up on my community page about, hey, tomorrow I will be posting a video where I mask make blah. If you'd like to join along, you can. And if you would like to participate, you can post a video of the same item, and you can use the hashtag that I'm still trying to come up with, and we can sort of have a hashtag collaboration. I don't plan on doing a running list of everybody's, but I would like you to be able to click on the hashtag on YouTube and find search results that shows everybody's. And then maybe I was talking to my husband about this, maybe I will eventually create a playlist, maybe when everyone is done and the collab is done, then I can create a playlist of everybody's that I have found. If you'd like to submit it to me, you can always email me the link to your video. But I can start a playlist, and that way we can just kind of like go watch everybody else make a bunch of stuff. And I'm not going to try to keep it in order. So the playlist will be completely out of order as far as what everybody is making. But I love putting on playlists like that in the background sometimes when I'm working, just to have something, noise in the room, but also I can look at it every few minutes and maybe learn a technique or see something I never thought about before. It's just kind of fun to have those going, and you don't have to keep worrying about starting a new video, because you can hit autoplay and it just goes down the line. So if that sounds fun to you guys, let me know, and I'll give the details as I come up with them in my community post, and we can mask make some things together. Where I will put these finished mask make items, I have no idea. At this point, they may have to go in the back seat of my car. Y'all saw my craft room. I desperately need more storage space. I have space for my supplies right now, but as far as finished ephemera goes, I have not even crossed that bridge yet. So it'll be interesting, but it'll still be fun. And it will give me lots to pull from for future journals as well. Thanks, as always, for joining me today. I don't discount the fact that you guys take time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate it so very much, and I hope you guys have a lovely afternoon and evening. Bye.